Hello and welcome. My name is Sharon and this is Trio.of.Witches Tarot, and this is an unboxing of a deck by Hand Me That Pencil, and it is called Elder Stories or The Elder Stories, and it is one I've been wanting to get for a while. It's on Etsy. I will provide the link below, and it came from New Zealand. Just covered up their address there just in case. Thought this artwork was cool. And it just came packaged in 2 envelopes like this, and it came, this is a little extra card that came with it. I think this is from one of their oracles that they have. They have more than one oracle. So it came in these 2 things like this, which I thought was very cool to save on packaging and shipping costs. And says that they're go there to see if there's any downloads available. I'm not sure if there's a PDF guidebook for this or not, but let's open it up. So, I'm not sure what kind of order this is in. Let's look at the backs and look at cardstock real quick. So they aren't, it's kind of disappointing. They appear to be different sizes. Majors all appear to be the same size. Strange. I wonder, say, I could almost I wonder if I can ignore that. If it just is really just the corners, you might just have to corner around everything again to have cleaner corners. So let me put these in some kind of an order, and maybe even corner around before we look at it. But that's something you should know. These do appear to be like the tiniest bit smaller. I'm going to set. Okay, well, I am back. I have rounded the corners. I tried to do them with the medium-sized corner rounder using this one, and it just wasn't quite getting them clean enough, and so then I ended up using the large corner. So these are the backs. They are not reversible, but I like them. And the cards are very flexible. They're thin, but flexible, and I don't know if they have a core or not, or how this is going to hold up. I don't know that I really have. It feels a little bit like the Ganasa Yaus and the Stunning Tarot, the recent editions of that, maybe. Maybe not quite as thick, but very flexy like those are. And there's still like a little bit of a difference. I could clean up some of these corners, I think. But I'm pretty sure that, well, no, there are still a difference in width, but I'm not going to trim it, and it's not big enough to worry about and not fret about. And it does riffle shuffle really nicely, which will do. So the size is regular tarot size. You see how easy it is to bend. And it's matte, so they don't totally slide together. But they don't stick either. It is really easy to shuffle. For anybody who struggles with riffle shuffling, you know, stiffer decks or bigger decks, this is really nice. There's that. Let's see what it looks, how it fans out. So it sticks a little bit, but you know, if I had a bigger area, it would fan out nice. Go through it. So we're going to do a flip through of it. And then I think I'll do some pairings also. So before I start the music, my first impressions of this are that it reminds me a little bit of the Everyday Enchantment in how modern it is. Okay, so this is definitely very unusual tarot deck in that it features, obviously it's called the Elder Story, so it has older people. There's some very cool little twists in it, like that the Empress is a man who cross-dresses, and then the Emperor is a woman and or appears to be female and is baking. Like the Lovers. There's some twists on some things that were interesting. Looking for the cards. Want to hold that one back. Not sure I understand Death. I have to think about that one. The Devil's kind of fun there. The Tower I have to think about. Like that Moon. The Sun is interesting. It's still male, so that's cool. And then we have the Hanged One, and then Judgment looks like it's still the Hanged One, but in a different state, like emerging. And then some of them are like the Three of Wands. Some of them are very, taking very explicit point of view on the meaning of the card. I like that Eight of Wands. It's not just 8 wands. 10 of Wands I have to think about. Not sure, like I hope there's a guidebook because I'm not sure. Maybe this is related to New Zealand, but I don't really know about that, you know, much about what's going on with these people. The Ace of Cups, that's interesting. The Ace of Cups is usually one of my favorites. I don't dislike this, but it's unusual. And this looks like 2 men, which you usually see male and female. And a 2 of Cups. Like this guy's got, and I'm not sure what's happening here. Is he got like a food truck? And something's happened. I'm not sure what's going on that card. And the 8 of Cups. Different imagery, but still the same meaning. You know, this very clearly is a, you know, we got a genie there, so this is clearly alluding to the wish aspect of the 9 of Cups. I just like that guy. They don't get a unicorn, so you can't go wrong there. You know, the choice, and this is the 3 of Swords, so that's different. It definitely gives a different layer to it for me. The 4 of Swords, I'm not sure I understand how this fits into my normal understanding of the 4 of Swords, but it's something to think about. And I do like that it's including not just older people and different genders, identities, and different relationships, male, female, male, male, and I think there's female, female, but also, you know, different bodies as we get older. Our bodies are not cooperating with us anymore, and we have to adjust to that. But even as they're getting older, I like this King and the Queen. This guy, I think it's in the Pentacles. Even as they're older, they're still engaged in life. They're still doing things. I mean, here we have the Page of Pentacles, grand opening a new shop. You know, that's cool. And the Queen here has got a choice between these different outfits, how to be today. So it's a cool deck that way, I think. I'm not sure yet about the deck though for myself. And I want to do some pairings with it to see. In general, I like it. I'm not sure how other people are going to take to it though, if I, you know, use it for readings for them. We'll see. So I'll be back with some pairings. Okay, the first deck I wanted to try was the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle. I just feel like the energy of this is really going to match just something about speaking to life being a journey and always evolving, you know, because in this deck, even though the people in this deck are older, to me the message is that they are still evolving, that they, you know, it's not over till it's over. And I don't know art-wise what I think about this, but I feel like these messages, the unknown is your friend, lean in to embrace what's next, speaks to the energy of this deck. Come here. I like this. I like the hero's journey. I know that maybe it's not for everybody, and some of it is a little, some of it's a little woo, even for me. But I like the messages of it, and I think the energy and the message is just right for this deck. And the next one I wanted to try, a little bit on the nose, but Song of the Grandmothers. And I feel like the message and the energy of this deck is gonna be the same, even if the artwork maybe doesn't totally match, but we're gonna find out because I don't know yet. I'm seeing this with you. Yes. I like it. You know, this is a lesson for anybody at any time. Pain is a teacher. None of us excused from class. Greet the lesson, stay. Like, there's a lot of cards in this deck that speak to that. Yeah, I like this also. And then this one is the Southern Gothic Oracle. This is one of my favorites. I have the older edition, which is the rose petal cardstock. It comes on different cardstock now. Yeah, I like this also. You know, as I'm working through this and looking at these cards with you, there's something about this deck that is so hopeful. You know, that getting old isn't the end. You don't have to give up. Which resonates for me as I'm getting older. There's still a lot of life to live, a lot of joy to be found. There's that freedom in being older too. Just don't care about a lot of things as much. And I have the Haunted pack, I think it's called, in here as well. Okay, so that's the Southern Gothic Oracle. And I think that's another winner. And this is a fairly new deck in my collection that I've had in at least one other video. The Monarch Manifestor Oracle cards. And I believe the creator is from Hawaii, so it definitely has an island feel to it. But I feel like it has this same gentleness to it. I guess that's what I feel about this Elder Stories. It's very gentle. Don't think I like this one as much as the previous ones. No, this definitely goes better with some other decks that I've shown it with. Don't love it with this. Okay, so now let's try one of the real workhorse oracle decks, the Roots and Wings. Goes with just about everything. And unicorn. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, I do think it works, but in comparison, I love that she looks like she is a flight attendant. That's cool. It works, I just don't know if it works as well as the previous ones. But it is such a good oracle. It works. I think it does work. Yes. Of course it does. It's Roots and Wings. Goes with everything. Okay, so now let's try another workhorse oracle, which is the Trees Ascension deck. Yeah. There's a reason this is a workhorse deck. It just pairs with so many decks so well. And the keywords are so good. Overthinking and the King of Swords. And the Eight of Swords and overthinking, yeah. Yeah, that works really well. Okay, so I have two decks that I wanted to, tarot decks that I wanted to pair with this. And the first one is the Curious Travels Tarot deck, because this one makes me think of childhood and kind of magical thinking in childhood. And I thought it would be a really cool juxtaposition. So we shall see. Yeah, I think I like this. Thinking about what kind of messages I'm seeing here. You know, maybe this is saying you have everything you need and it's time, maybe time to be adventurous again and go out and take some risks. And doing that might feel like, you know, you're ripping that rug out from underneath yourself, but it's going to be a new adventure. You're going to learn new things. And being a hermit and just fading away is not the right thing to do. It is. We've got two knights here. It is time to be bold. It isn't over yet. It's time to be bold and do start a new adventure. That's what I see here. And I do like these two decks together. So we're going to try another one. And the other one I want to try is the Light Seers, where, you know, the last deck to me represented more childhood. This one represents kind of your 20s and 30s, maybe 40s-ish. It is, you know, an adult deck, but it's a younger adult deck. And we got a Knight of Wands again. And a 10 again. A couple aces. And as far as the color palette and artistically, these two really, really go nicely. I think, anyway. And I do like this kind of a progression of age. You know, they're much closer, where the Curious Travels felt to me like maybe a little bit of recapturing some of your youth and that imagination as you're getting older. This one feels more like growth, if that makes sense. Yeah, I like this also. Okay, so those are just the two tarot decks that I grabbed that I thought would pair well with it. And I think they both did really nicely. So this is the Elder Stories Tarot by it is Hand Me the Pencil. And they are on Instagram as Hand Me the Pencil, but I am not sure what their name is. And I will provide links below. And once I corner rounded it, I think that my issues with kind of how the cards were cut totally went away. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Remember to like and subscribe and click on the bell so you know when I have new videos. Take care of yourself. Bye.